Welcome, welcome, welcome. This will be just a yes, Cop Blocker. You are first. I wanted to say something to you, Cop Blocker. Since you're the first one in here, I was thinking about you yesterday, and I thought, how rare is it to find somebody that just generally knows the town, the layout of the town, how the town is, that you've lived here, that you chose to move away from this town. Uh, to find bigger, better, brighter future. That you did, in fact, get a bigger, better, brighter future in another area. But what I really wanted to touch base with and on is that I don't say thank you enough to people like Cop Blocker, right? I don't know why the first time he decided to make his flags, I think he had a process in his mind that said, "What's up, Dale and Joy Explorers?" That Cop Blocker was going to take to the streets and do a little bit of protesting. And I don't know what goes on in a guy's mind that says, I don't like how these cops are acting. I don't like how they're acting in Sioux Falls. I don't like how they're acting around me or in California or and so to get into Cop Blocker's mind and to understand, how about, do they accept, and what are they willing to accept? And if they would have listened to us when we first started this a year ago, um, where would we be at today? Do you feel safe riding around with a flag on your bike? Um, do we consider anybody an extremist, or do we say you've been a friend and a loyal supporter and a follower and support, which is amazing. And then the fact that I don't every day say thank you, Cop Blocker, to the people that support me the most. Okay, and how does that reflect on me? Right, I call out a few channels. We try and get them up to 1,000 when they get close, and I don't know if Cop Blocker even wants a channel that has 1,000 viewers. I don't know if that's even his goal, is to get up to 1,000 views. And I'm also going to throw the link out here real quick. This is only going to be about 45 minutes long, but I got to get the link and then I got to post it in there. But I thought, as much as he does for me, he deserves not just shout outs, he deserves to be at 1,000. He's somebody that you really can't replace. There's no amount of money that, like Cop Blocker. I'm on my downswing right now, right? So what I'm saying is I'm not going to be this big forever, and I can only help out so many, and for as long as I'm popular. And the only way that you stay popular and relevant is if you're taking life. You're filming the police. You're out there on the front lines. I mean, I called my lawyer today. Look, uh, there is no good news for me, and I understand that. So I don't expect life to love me. I just expect that if you do something, you take ownership of it to show other people, and standing up in court, and I guess you are who you are. You can't really change how people see you. You can't make them form an opinion of you. I feel so much love from I got so many people that are tied up in what I do, that what I've done for the last 10, 20 years, how long I've been in this town, the bonds that I create, the positive bonds. And then you get one or two negative, and it's, do I think that defines me? No, I don't. Many people know, and a lot of people, and even your stories of Sioux Falls, your stories of the streets, your stories of being at the local Russell Street, knowing what it's like to struggle, not have, or go without. I can't do StreamYards much longer. I got a lot going on this month. I got a lot going on just in general. So I'm gonna take a break from it. Um, I you gotta do what's important to you and your family and your finances. And if you do it in advance and you plan in advance, then you hope that you made the right decision, and you just let what is not a necessity go. Like, I love you guys. I love talking with you guys. I love having these panels with you guys. I love the positivity. I love the negativity. I love everything in between. I like spending 6 hours with you a day. I like spending 11 hours on the internet, on YouTube. I know it's impractical. Like, most people be like, "What? You spend that much time online?" Um, I realize what everybody gave me, a platform, a place to voice my opinion. And even if I don't have the paid version, like, I totally get it. That that's not the end all to be all. Like, I don't need that, right? It's not a necessity. And I got to tell myself that. And I got to tell myself, uh, it's a battle. Like, I don't want to battle with anybody else. I don't want to battle with anybody else in the community. I don't see that that's my fight. I love going around to different chats. I notice some of them, I'm losing my taste for them. I'm losing my passion for it. That other people, whether it's I get mad or I feel down one day, and that just solidifies that we're winning in many ways, but we may pay the ultimate price at the end. There may come a time when I just don't come back. You know what I'm saying? Like meaning you do go to jail, or in the event of you, um nobody said that a jury of 12 is going to always go your way, and they're not. But I definitely think if you're not subscribed to Cop Blocker, you should go subscribe to him, and make someone else's day bright, and make someone else's channel bright, because what I've seen him do is amazing. Getting on a bike and choosing to put a flag on a bike and saying FTP, or F the police, or an F the cops flag. And I'll say the word, I don't mind, but that's amazing. Them are the people that need to be highlighted every day. The ones that don't give up, that will never be silenced, no matter what they're facing or going through, or what payment they'll pay or penalty, no matter how hurt they will be or how yanked they will be away from everything that they know, love, and their family, their everything. I got to remain and do what I got to do. Just and I'm gonna I'll reference Bird here for a minute because he's going through a hard time right now, and people don't think they're ever going to lose their house. They don't ever think they're going to lose their housing. They don't ever think they're going to lose where they live. They don't think their house is going to flood underwater. They think that it's all set in stone, right? And we get in that mindset. And what we must understand is the fight has to go on beyond the fire. Even though you're trapped between flames on all sides, there's still the river. There's still a place you can go or jump in for safety. God provides. You know what I'm saying? Is good. Is good. I can't tell you any other way than to um, not necessarily stay positive, but if your morals and your values and you do you, and you hope to fight that good fight. You know what I'm saying? You hope to come out on the other side. And I love people. I love people online. You can only love for so long. You can only um give what you, what you have. You can only share the knowledge for so long, and then the knowledge just gets redundant. I've already said what I believe. I've already said it in anger. I've said it in a loving way. I've said it in a mad way. I've said it in a sad way. I've said it any way I could come across. I've tried. I think James has tried. I think Eric's tried. I think everybody has tried to tell you what they've seen coming. What if a year ago somebody would have listened? And I hate to use this name, Trumpets is already online saying that it's a revolution. It's a civil war. He's admitted to it. Protect your cities. He already knows what it is. He already knows it's not going to quit. And maybe in that aspect I lost. I won. I won what I wanted, a complete mass destruction for them to have to take a look at what is wrong with the way they're thinking. But then I've lost on the other hand with where are we at today? Look at where we're at today. And look at how bloody it's going to get. They're leaving. They leave their jobs. They don't get. They don't have jobs. They don't have money. They get thrown out on the streets. They got to leave their houses. When you can't pay, you're done. These cell phones don't matter. The internet doesn't matter. The people don't matter. They're just things. They're just people. It's just a paycheck. It's just somebody I paid for a year. It's just a subscription. It doesn't help you. You're not making anything. You're not making headway in the that happiness, that being there for you have to pick your side, and then you have to just live with it. You can't flip flop. There is no more. There's you gotta stand there and take the proverbial bullet. You can no longer stand by and watch. A lot of people suffer from a lot of things. A lot of people say, I wish I could just go to the ocean and just not, you know, just not come back. And that's when you have to look at what did this person just say? What did they really mean? How deep is that? How many people think like that? They just want out. They just want a way to have a happy life, because this one isn't suitable for them. Down is a long way down, and over yonder is they feel the freedom, the the victimization. If it would just quit for many people, if the mental health disorder would just quit, they would you'd be free. Many people, the more they get victimized, the more happens. They reach a point of just, that's it. There's the line in the sand, and that's what we're going to do. That's the direction I'm going to go. There's a lot of people that are not in tune with their feelings. They're looking for a therapist. I can be a therapist, but what I'm telling you is I can't afford to be your therapist anymore. I can't afford to listen to your bullshit anymore. Your bullshit lies, your bullshit fence riding, your non-truth telling, your fake news reports, your fake channels, pretending to be something that you're not, that you're so much better. I look at fake and I call it what it is. It's fucking fake, dude. You're being fake. You can't get every word right. You can't say it right 100% of the time. You can't be perfect. You can try to be, you can aspire to be, but you're not. And the more you act like you're perfect, do not come into my world and say, I'm perfect, because you're not. You may want to be, you may think you want to be, you may think you have something more or an upper hand on the other person. You don't. You can't. I take none of this as the gospel, and have not the entire time I have been on here. It does come down to maybe a little bit of truthfulness, but I don't care about truthfulness at this point. Truthfulness is only for those who give it back. If you're a lion and you're willing to lie up on the stand and you're willing to lie to throw me in prison, then do it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to I'm more I'm going to allow it. It's not worth fighting. They see it how they see it in the jury's eyes, and they decide. And I can't force them to look at it any other way. I will not open my mouth and damage myself and throw myself under the bus. I think my word is good. For as much shit as I talk, I think my word says that I've worked. I've put in. I should get out. I've never seen a land where when we go to jail, we are classified. We are classified as Catholics, Christians, or another religion. This is evil. This is the Hitler way of thinking. If you believe in something, if you believe in your religion, you are marked in this country. Every time you go to jail, they ask you, are you Catholic? Are you Christian? Are you what's that called? I can't think of the Um, are you Islam? Are you, um, do you believe in the Quran? Do you need a special diet? Are you vegan? Do you only eat whatever special shit? Do you understand that's just to label you? Society is labeling you. Do you understand that the littlest question that they ask you throws you into a category, a way that you cannot refute, turn away, look away? You're sheeple whether you know it or not. There's nothing you're going to do or say that's going to make me think that you're just free to go and move about. Every time you talk about something on your cell phone, you are being listened to by the NSA. If you haven't got that and you don't know enough to get the fuck off the internet, I can no longer help you. Right? My numbers are low. They're going to stay low. They're not going to go back up. Popular was last week. Fun was last week. The money dwindles from here. I'm not really worried about it because it's not what I loved. It's not, my heart is in my work, yes. But my loyalty is not to a company that does not care about me, that only wants to push their own other companies' agendas. Therefore, I have to pick my side of the fence. As I've told other people before, I never hit the button. Somebody else did. Um, right. I don't really want to use the free. I'll use, I might use the free 20 hours, but I don't. I like the way it looks now, right? You get used to the commodities, the amenities, the way the show looks. You don't want to change certain things. You don't want to go back to. I never ever liked that StreamYards put their logo on my screen. So that's why I paid the extra, was because the branding has to be my own branding, right? For the most part. It's me. It's FTP. And even my little box in the corner should say FTP in it. Um at some point you're going to have to realize you got to get off here. You got to pay attention to what's going on around you, or you will lose everything you have. I've already come to the conclusion that it's not about losing everything I have. It's about getting back to where I can function in a day, like to where I can do laundry or do the dishes or um maybe clean my garage or take care of my car, and just let this go. Let this side of life go. And let the cops go for just forever. To know that you're right, to know that what you're doing is right, but not everybody will get the message. Some will not wake up. Some will stay in the dark state that they're in. You know that you're in the right state. You've made a difference in many. I never have I've never said I'm going to have 100,000 views. I've never said that. I don't necessarily like how I go into another person's room with my name and it can be like a really cool cooking show and then it sparks the conversation. That was the purpose of my name, was to spark the debate. But the debate has been sparked. I'm not sure if it doesn't need me anymore. I don't know if it just, like, I'm good. Do you know what I'm saying? You reach that point where they're going to keep shooting people. People going to keep shooting back, and people are going to keep dying by the hundreds and hundreds of thousands. Cops are going to keep killing themselves. They're going to keep taking their service pistols out and doing it. They're going to keep being depressed. And what they don't realize is they're going to get depressed with the best of us, the worst of us, with the mentally ill. And if they think that there's not a toll for beating people and injuring people and shooting people, I'm telling you, PTSD is a motherfucker. Let me say that with conviction. You will not escape it. When you pull that pistol out and you're victimizing someone, oh, that PTSD will creep right up on you after a while. Couple times of doing that, feeding that adrenaline, you'll be stuck in it for the rest of your life. You won't know how to, you won't know if you're coming or going. You'll only know that the PTSD is it's real. I can only tell you that I don't wish this shit upon anybody. I don't wish what them cops suffer from when they got to get in their patrol cars and got to go out there and be scared for their lives. Like, bro, I wouldn't do a job like that. But they got to come to their own realization and realize that there's not a rainbow. There's not a pot of gold. And just because you got $60,000 one year, what are you going to do if you get shot? What are you going to do if your family wants you at home and loves you and you just got shot? I mean, isn't that the equivalent of I got thrown in prison? It's the same shit. You give it all up to do what you love to do your job. So your job, unlike my job, is the same fucking shit. We all end up in the same place. You end up in jail, prison, or indebted to God because you shot somebody and you're not a monster. You have feelings. You're a person, and people you can suffer from this thing called narcissistic personality. I don't think everybody just gets being a narcissistic overnight, but I could be wrong. I'm not a professional. Don't want to state shit like that, but if you're narcissistic, chances are you were before I ever came along. But I'm going to tell you something. By victimizing people, I think it puts you in that category anyways. Because don't you kind of got to be a narcissistic to do those kinds of things anyways? Part of me says everybody that's going out there in the streets, I I I I I welcome you. I caution you, but I welcome you because you're going to turn yourself into the minute you throw that brick, the minute you light that thing on fire, you're going to end up in a catch 22 where did I do the right thing or did I do the wrong thing? Know that you're doing the right thing, but understand that you're going to have PTSD for the rest of your life. There's a chance. There's a chance that you can't unsee what you just seen. You can't unlight the fire you just lit. You can't unthrow the Molotov. And you can't put the words back in your mouth that you need to go back in. You can't do it. So all you can do is live with it. Live by it. And maybe by living with it, that's just where the PTSD comes in. You're going to end up a little bit harder of a shell, harder to break through. You're not going to be able to love each other the way that you should. And if you were abused as a child, you probably can't love because you weren't shown love. So you don't know what love is and you don't know how to show it. You don't know how to receive it. I mean, you may somebody may show you love, but do you know how to show another one love? Out on my eBay e-bike, but it's covered under warranty. Oh, I wore the motor out on my e-bike. So I was always wondering about the e-bikes, and um, I think that was kind of a, you got to be a mechanic, right? Anything that has a motor tends to run out. But I understand that with the hills and the hills on and Cop Blocker, I want you to understand this community should support you, right? I am in a community that is great. Hold on one second, guys. So you guys, I got to get going here. Um, Understand that to ask for help is huge. To be able to, you're welcome to post whatever link you want in my chat, Cop Blocker. Every time you see me on, whenever you're in my chat, I um I'm glad that I could help the one or two people out that I did while I was around, and I hope that you can, if you have something that you need, like, things don't just grow on trees and money don't grow on trees. And if there's something that you need, I would like to help you out. Obviously, I'm on the downswing of things. I hope you understand what I'm saying, but know that my thoughts are with you, in whatever you choose to do in this community or outside of the community. And maybe when you get your channel going, maybe I don't know what to say about the community, because the way they act, and even the things that they say in chats, and the antagonistic bullshit, I don't know if they really understand what they're doing. Spending 11 hours on a live stream, and not taking the time to uh, focus on your life. So going fine. I'm just at the beginning of it, right? I'm just at the middle of my life. So um, can I compare it to anybody else's? No, I can only compare to what I've been through, and what is going to happen in the future. I don't know, but you guys have a good day. I'm gonna get off. I gotta go. I do have to go pick up an order up there at Wally World. Not a. I hate groceries, but it is what it is. And you guys have a good day. Cop Blocker. Make sure you go hit up Cop Blocker. Everybody go sub to Cop Blocker, and that's how it is today. Amy's just gonna drive me.